Fox News host Jeanine Pirro has never really had a solid grip on reality, but I think even that very light grip that she may have had came undone this past weekend when she delivered a profanity-filled, slurred rant against the Democrats in defense of the president. Here it is.
Process more transparent. What a joke. This guy thinks he's an emperor, and they're probably telling him his clothes are beautiful. There are no rules here. This so-called formalizing the impeachment inquiry puts the president in a worse place than any other president where impeachment was attempted. In Queen Nancy and Emperor Adam's world, Donald Trump has fewer rights than an MS-13 gang member illegally crossing our southern border. This is outright lunacy, with the liars and the leakers and the leftists running the asylum, with radicals resisting not just the president, but the law, the Constitution, and the Americans who put this man in office. They take our laws and our Constitution and they use them to distort them for their own illegal purposes. And damn it, they've gotten away with it. Who the hell are these people who flaunt the law and get away with it? And they even laugh about the fact that their deep state is accomplishing its goal. The transcript makes it clear there was no pressure. The guy on the other end didn't even know military funds were not available. So how the hell can there be a quid pro quo? And I am tired of protecting this whistleblower.
Essentially, everything Jeanine Pirro said in that little clip was wrong and it was a lie, and she delivered it very angrily. But as I already pointed out, she was slurring a lot. Really slurring a lot there. And folks, I gotta tell you, don't try to drink and pundit. It just simply doesn't work. And you can't convince me that Jeanine Pirro had not had at least a few drinks before she delivered that tirade. She had no filter. Like, she was ranting and raving like the drunk guy down at the end of the bar who everybody's trying to ignore, but he wants to make sure everybody can hear what he has to say about the president and the Democrats. The Emperor Schiff is just, he's not even wearing clothes, I guess, according to Jeanine Pirro in that clip. She's nuts, folks. That's not what a normal person would do. And yet, Jeanine Pirro, there she is, did it. Of course, she's also the one who went hiking through the woods in the Northeast looking for Hillary Clinton. So, as I said, she's never really had a tight grip on reality. But I think maybe she's hitting the sauce a little much and has therefore lost whatever little bit of grip she may have had. But let's get down to it, right? Let's not speculate about whether or not she's got a drinking problem, because I think it's obvious she does. Let's talk about the substance of what she said, the very little bit of substance of what she said. This is not the Democrats trying to undo an election. This is not the Democrats attacking the Constitution, as she claims. This is Democrats actually upholding the Constitution, sticking to the Constitution and doing what the Constitution tells them they're allowed to do. I don't understand how Republicans don't understand that, except for the fact that I think they do understand it. They just want the public to not know that because they think the public's as stupid as they are, and the public truly isn't. The polls are reflecting that right now. The public understands, no, this is not a deep state coup that the Democrats are trying to carry out. They're following the rule of law. They're doing what they need to do. All these Republicans who claim they've been shut out have not actually been shut out, except for the ones who aren't on the committee, and even some of those who are on the committees claim to be shut out because they voluntarily chose to not go and sit in on the hearings. The Republicans have lost their collective minds at this point, folks. And I think that's what's driving people like Jeanine Pirro a little bit crazy. They don't know what to say. They can't defend what happened. And so, maybe more and more of them are going to turn to the bar to let off a little bit of steam. My only advice is that you don't try to do that and then go get on the air, or else you're going to pull a real Jeanine Pirro there. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now You can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.